Severe weather, heavy rain, flood watch, and various flood warnings. The view of the Mackay radar, and where the Bureau of Meteorology continues to update the severe weather warning information. This is the warning area on the screen. Not much has changed since yesterday. The severe weather warning is for the Central Coast, the Whitsundays, the Herbert, Lower Burlington, the Central Highland, Coalfields forecast districts. Heavy rainfall continues. Heavy to likely intense rainfall to continue over areas between Ayr and St Lawrence. Broad low pressure trough about the northern Central Coast, Whitsundays district, and an area of strong convergence to its south will begin slowly moving north today. Heavy rainfall may lead to flash flooding forecast to continue, but begins to shift offshore to the north late in the day. 6 hourly rainfall totals between 100 to 180 millimetres likely, with isolated 24-hour totals up to 300 millimetres over the southeastern Herbert, Lower Burlington and far northeastern Central Highland Coalfields district. The 6 hourly rainfall totals between 80 to 120 millimetres possible, so rainfall totals. Likely intense rainfall may lead to dangerous and life-threatening flash flooding also possible over the warning area. 6 hourly rainfall totals between 200 to 250 millimetres possible, particularly about the coast and ranges north of about Mackay to Nebo. Separate severe thunderstorm warning will be issued if necessary. A broad flood watch and multiple flood warnings also remains in place. Locations that could be affected: Mackay, Proserpine, Bowen, Connorsville, Hamilton, Innes, Sereno, Nebo, Airlie Beach. Bureau of Meteorology has in place a flood watch for the Lower Herbert, Lower Herbert and the Central Coast catchments. Trough extends across the northern Queensland to a weak tropical low near the Herbert and Lower Burlington coast. The low will drift southward along the east coast towards the Whitsunday Islands over the next day or two, enhancing rainfall in its vicinity. The tropical low is now expected to move east offshore, while the trough is likely to move northwards and become more monsoonal from Wednesday. Now this is a look at the instability from 10 AM through to 2200 hours Wednesday. Catchments across the flood watch area are wet to saturated from recent rainfall, likely to respond relatively quickly. The Bruce Highway is cut in various places. The precipitation and pressure also for the same period. Strong wind warning currently in place for the Townsville and Mackay coast. Current capital city temperatures at the time of doing this update: 25.7 in Sydney, 30.7 Melbourne, 27.2 Brisbane, partly cloudy. Perth is 18.4, Adelaide is 36.1, 22.9 in Hobart, 24.2 in Canberra, and Darwin 30. Channel 2, possible storm for Darwin, partly cloudy Hobart, sunny for Canberra, partly cloudy afternoon, cool change for Adelaide, they'll welcome that, becoming windy for Perth, partly cloudy as mentioned here in Brisbane, shower or two for Melbourne this afternoon, partly cloudy also for Sydney. Here's a look at the winds at the 850 millibars level. Other than the heat conditions for southern Australia, not much going on. Tasmania's got a strong wind warning for the far northwest, the lower east, southeast coast, but a more detailed warning for Wednesday. Also keeping an eye on the tropical scene. We have 99p over in the Vanuatu Fiji region. The Bureau of Meteorology will update around 14:30 hours today, and we could see a tropical signal up there in the Gulf of Carpentaria by the weekend. Now we have a look at the Bureau's 12-hourly and 24-hour rainfall outlook. Rainfall scale right hand side of the screen, and it's the area north of Mackay, or I should say north of Serena, St. Lawrence up to Townsville. The system is expected to track off the coast in a northeasterly direction. Queensland Emergency Services have had to mount swiftwater rescues various parts of the Bruce Highway. No warnings for the Northern Territory. Fire weather warning for the Geographic Fire Weather District over in WA. Strong wind warning for the Perth local waters, Gascoyne, Geraldton, Lasselson, Perth, Bunbury Geographic and Leeuwin Coast, WA. And finally in this update, a look at what the models are saying. The cyclone phase diagrams, the UK Met, NCEP GFS, and the ECMWF. And the NAFGEM.